I'm so excited, and I'm live an extra time this week because my new catalogue order arrived. So this time, because the catalogue's live to everybody, it's not just a pre-order, which was what I had before. I got to pick from anything that I wanted from the new catalogue, and I could order from that. So I've done that, and my order arrived. I did have to get the expedited picking because the warehouse has been a little bit slow lately. But because I got the expedited picking done, I got it within the week. So it is awesome, and it is here, and I'm going to take you through, and I'm going to show you everything that I got in it. So this is the new catalogue, and so this is all products from the new catalogue. So there were a few that I got in pre-order that I showed in a previous video, so you can go back and check that one if you want, but I'm going to show you what's new in this one, in this order. So what I have first is one of my favourite suites. It is the Let's Go Shopping, and it has a paper pack as well. I'm just grabbing that one. So the paper pack is this one here. So this is called Les Shops. I don't know how well you can see that, Les Shops. And this is the suite. So you get the papers, which is all about these little kind of villagey shop kind of images that you can cut out and you can use already pre-colored and all of that kind of thing. And then you can also use all these beautiful kind of textural pieces on the back sides of them as well. So great use just for the paper pack on its own, but it coordinates with this bundle of products, which is the Let's Go Shopping stamp set, where you can mix and match and build whatever shop that suits you. It can be a bakery or a bookshop or a cafe, any of those kinds of things. And then it has the matching dies, so you can build up your little village shops, which I just love. And this is one I'm going to have fun playing with. So the next one is another suite, and this one is the Earthen Textures. So this one has paper pack as well. I'll just grab that one. And so this paper pack is called Earthen Elegance. So that's the name of the suite as well. And in this one, what looks like photographs of textural things like tiles and paint and those kinds of things have been used to make up these beautiful textured papers that you can use for so many things, but particularly for masculine projects. It looks like a tile, I think, with dripping glazing on it, although it could almost be a pudding. And then on the flip side is some more of those kind of textural elements. Again, fantastic for masculine, but it doesn't have to be. And so the stamp set, or the bundle that goes with this one, is the Earthen Textures with these kind of pots. And so it's kind of, it can be a greenery, it can be a natural thing without having to be all flowery and girly. And then there's also the matching dies, and I think there might be second. Some of these have second die sheets. No, this one doesn't. I'll have to remember to have a look and see which ones do. But this one definitely doesn't, so that's great. And also with this, in this suite is this beautiful woven twine, and it is called, I'm going to have to learn all of these, Wavy Trim. And see how that is just gorgeous, and that's going to go with all those textures that you've got in this range of products as well. So I'll pop those ones out of the way. In fact, I just want to check to make sure that the shop's dies didn't have an extra sheet, because I know several of them did. Yeah, so I will have to remember to have a look. And so the next one was one that I did not think I was going to get, because fishing is really not my thing. I'm not a huge fan of fishing, but what I've done is I've got this one for lots of reasons. So the paper pack, and therefore the suite, is called Let's Go Fishing. Hi Judith, you found me live here, even though I'm not on schedule and not planned. I just had to go live to show you these. So these ones, so one side of them has all these kind of fishing elements to them. It's got the rods and the fish and all those things. But on the flip side is a whole lot of just beautiful textures. And these can be used again for masculine projects, but they can be used for anything. But one of the things that I really liked is the dies. Excuse me. So I'm going to check the die pack, and it's just the one. Okay, but what I love about it is this one. I'm going to take it out so that you can see it. This one here is kind of like a fishing tackle box. I'll put it where you can see it. A fishing tackle box shape, and then it's got the large one there to cut on the outside. So you can then make that fishing tackle box, and that's a great card, and there's so many things in here that you can do with that. But I love it for so many other things, like how about a lunchbox with little bits of food in, or a craft box with little elements from crafty things and twine and those kinds of things. So I was going to have a play with that one for that purpose. But I also really liked, I think I put that the wrong way around. Anyway, I'll fix that later. I also really like that you can do extra things, like this one here looks like a Christmas bauble. So it's a float, and it has that extra stamping to make that float. But it could be a Christmas bauble. And these greetings are fantastic and could be used for so many things, but they also really tie in with the fishing element. So if you have a fishing aficionado in your family or in your loved ones, then that's fantastic for that. But if you don't, there are other things you can do with it as well. And that's why I decided I would go with this one, even though I've generally not got the fishing sweets or the fishing products in the past. Now I've got one more sweet to show you that I've got. And this one, I'm going to drop things, hang on. This one is the space themed one. So this one is called Stargazing. And the papers have all these beautiful space designs on them, as well as there's some planets and different elements, and that's nice. It's beautifully bright, fantastic and bright colors, great for all sorts of things. And on the flip side is more kind of stars and textural elements in those bright colors as well. So this one goes along with the Reach for the Stars bundle. So this one has a die set and a stamp set. And I looked at these at first and I thought I like the space theme, and I definitely, when I had my boys were younger, they were into the space theme, but these two main images didn't jump out at me as something that I had to have. I kind of like them if they're a bit more cutesy and fun. But I love the greetings, and what I really loved in here is the oval and the circle dies. So those are designed to cut out the planets in the papers. So all these big shapes, you can cut them out. But I've got all these extra little circles and things because we don't have our layering circles anymore, and they were much bigger ones. Whereas this one gives me the option to do lots of small ones, and then this one, these two here, do those rings, which is awesome. And they're designed to cut planets out, that you can cut from just cardstock as well. And then you have those space scenes that you can use. So that's why I had to have that one. All right, my next bundle, try not to drop things. My next bundle is the Timeless Arrangements bundle. So you might have spotted that Stamping Up now actually the names, the Timeless Arrangement stamps, is with the Timeless Arrangement dies. And that's a great step forward, so you're not confused about what goes with what. So it's the dies or the stamps, but they have the same name. So this one here is one of these fun ones. It's a single sheet, but see these elements here. I don't know how best to show you. They have this extra piece on them that cuts out, and that bit allows you to put it behind a panel. So if I had, for example, let me just grab something. Imagine this was a piece of cardstock. If I have it, I can pop that little bit behind and stick it down, and then I've got all this foliage sticking out around the outside, which makes it really fun to build up all the different elements with different bits of foliage. So they'll be really fun to put together. And then in addition to that, the stamp set has a whole lot of greetings that you can put in. So if I had cut this shape out, for example, and stamped one of these greetings in, then I can put this element behind it. Hopefully I will show you more clearly in a later video when I'm focusing on one thing, but I'm just zooming through and showing you all these things. Now this one was available in the pre-order and I overlooked it and regretted it, and I've come back to it and ordered it. So I now have that one as well. Oh, I'll go into that later. So that's the Timeless Arrangements bundle. And then the next one is the Texture Floral bundle. And this is one that does have that extra bit of, oh no, I'm going to go nuts. And I won't look at the one where it does have two bits, obviously, because I will forget. But some of them do. So this is, what I like about this one is there's no colouring involved. So this is a stamp set that you can just stamp in your ink colours. It's a distinctive one, so you get that variation in colour. And then you have the dies that can cut them out, and you also have those extra foliage things. So lots of floral things, because I do like to have a nice floral set to work with as well. Now in addition, I've also picked up 2 stamp sets that go with punches I already have. So this one goes with the bow punch, which has these 2 little elements here, and this now have stamps that go with it. So this did originally go with a different stamp set, and it's been around for a little while, and now there's a new stamp set that's come out. But again, I love these greetings. I love the font. I love the look of all of that. And so I had to get that to go with the punch that I already had. But you can get them. Just note that they both are still available, and just note that they aren't a bundle, so you can get them separately. And this one is another one. So I already had this punch. I am dropping things. I already had this punch. So that one there is a beautiful shape, and it was part of kind of the holiday stamp set. And so this one now has different elements that you can add to that. So something I already had, I wanted to team up with it. But it's not available as a bundle because one of them was already around. So then I got some individual stamp sets. I hope I'm not going too fast for you, but I want to show you all of this, and there is so much to see. So this is one that's just beautiful. It's a thank you set for so many different occasions. It's for nurses and doctors and emergency service workers and coaches and teachers and all of those kinds of people. So you can make those appreciation stamps, cards, whenever you want. This one I had to have because of my boys, so it's a gaming one. So it is actually a little bit retro for what they do, but they will get it and enjoy it as well. So I needed to have something in that range for them. Phrases for all I really liked. Again, I wanted a nice big bold happy birthday and thank you. The other ones I'll use, but I also just love this. It's really simple thing, but it really got my attention in the catalogue. It's just a line. It's just a line stamp, but you can stamp it in between. So you can do congrats and then a line, and then you're all kinds of amazing. So you can kind of just build up the look that you want. And that's kind of a graphic design thing that I really, really appreciate. So I got that one. Now I'm going to hope that my eldest is not watching this video, and I'm pretty sure that he won't be, but he is doing a science degree. At the moment, he is definitely a science guy. And I missed out on giving him a card for his birthday that was recently because I had COVID and I didn't get it organised. So I decided when I saw that this was in the catalogue that seeing as I was late anyway, I'd just be really late and I would wait till I had this one. So his birthday card is going to be made out of, it's a science. So I had to have that one. If you've got any science geeks in your life, you'll do the same. Similar reason for this one is bookworms. So if you have any reading addicts, then you might like this one. And I love that you've got these different glasses that you can add to the little birds, and you've got a branch on your books, and you can just build up something that you like. Now this one here is obviously going to go with the space themed suite. This is in the stars, so this is a background stamp set, and my husband is rather a fan of astrophotography and stargazing, so that's why I've got that one. And then this one here is next destination, because I just love travel. We all love travel. We met traveling, so having that passport and the ticket and those kinds of things are fantastic. So I got all of those. They're individual stamp sets that don't have matching products especially. And I also got a couple of dies that don't have the matching stamps. So I've got a few of those. And so I'm going to look, maybe these are the ones. Yes, these are the ones that have the extra sheets. So this one here is called Paper Florist Dies. And the idea behind this one is that you cut these out of cardstock and you build them together to make actual three-dimensional paper flowers. You can see them in the catalogue. So make sure you go to the back of the catalogue. When you look through all the stamps and all the imagery and all the beautiful samples, go to the back of the catalogue and make sure you also look at the dies, because some of the dies that are there are on their own. They're not part of a stamp set. They're not part of a bundle. So you won't see them as part of that first part of the catalogue with all those bright images. So don't miss out on some of the ones that are in there. This is another one that is in there. Some more nesting dies, because nesting dies are always handy. And then this is a must-have for me. This one I could not go past, and it's also a double set. So this one is called Wanted to Say. So these are the Wanted to Say dies, and they're a little bit hard to see in just die form, but you'll see them in the catalogue. These are words with the outline. So it's the detail of happy birthday, and then you've got the outline, so you can do those two-toned and get a really nice thing. And the other one here is celebrate, And we also have, let's see how well I can read, Feel Better Soon, and You're Too Kind. A little bit hard to read if it's upside down, but one's up one way and one's the other way. That's what's confusing me. And they all have that matching element, and then there's extra bits that you can add to it. So again, it's not part of a bundle, so you might overlook it. So make sure you go back to the back of the catalogue and have a look at all the dies. Okay, what's next? I also got an embossing folder. This one is the embossed brick 3D embossing folder. So, sorry, exposed brick 3D embossing folder. So it's that brick, but with loads of texture in it as well. Can't wait to use that one. Okay, onto some more different things. So, got a few different things here. So we've got some more of the enamel effects. So we've had that in the pearlized enamel effects that was for the Christmas season. Now we've got some metallics that we can do that kind of raised look as well. I've got some twine in the new in colours. So it's all of those new in colours that I can add to my new projects, as well as some glossy dots that also fit with there's an extra one up there, but there's all the new in colours in there as well. This one is called Neutrals Adhesive Back Sequins. So it's sequins in kind of plain shades, which will go with all of those extra masculine papers and things that I've got. And they're sequins so that they're not kind of gems and not rhinestones. So it's a little bit of a lift, but not too unsuitable for masculine cards. This one here is called Tinsel Gems, and it's a 3-pack. There's another set of Tinsel Gems where you get more colour choices, but I actually really liked the colour options in this particular one. And then this one is another one that I got for those kind of masculine and earthy coloured projects that I'm doing. And this one is the Adhesive Back Sparkle Gems. So this is maybe if I'm doing those neutral tones, but wanting to dress it up for a bit more of a maybe a feminine or unisex occasion. So then we have the treat bags. So these are the in-colour treat bags, and so they're each of the new colours. I don't know how well you can see those. And these are what I'm using to put together my goodie bags for my launch coming up at the end of May. So everyone who comes along will get one of these bags filled with some fun products, including some of the ones I just showed you. And then next I have the Memories of More products. So I always like the Memories of More products, not necessarily for the memory keeping aspect, which I know a lot of people love, because these ones here, there's two different products. This is the cards and envelopes, and this is the cards pack. So for the memory keeping, this is a kind of pocket memory keeping, and we have the small cards in all of these bright colours, and then we have the large ones. And in addition to the large ones, we have some sticker sheets, and we have large panels with sayings on. You can use them for memory keeping, but you can also use them for card making. And this is where this one comes in. So this is the cards and envelope pack. I feel like I'm going a mile a minute. I'm sorry if I'm going too fast, but there's just so much to go through. And there's two different card bases. So you've got this one here with the pink tones, and then this one. And you can add any of these cards, just grab what's there, and make, so if this is folded over, you can turn this into a card of your own. So it's just really quick and easy, or you can layer them with a few different elements. So you can, this is big enough to also take this, and then you can add one of the, maybe that's a little bit too busy, but you see what I mean. So you can just add some of the other ones. Maybe we'll go down for this one, and you can layer them up as you like, or you can put one of the plainer ones underneath to give a little bit of, we'll go back to that, to give a little bit of distance between them. And you can do that with either of these, and then they have the same matching envelope. So all the envelopes are the same, but they are just beautiful, really beautiful. I don't know how well you can see, but they've kind of got the swirl element in there as well, and all that sponging. So it saves you from having to do all that sponging for yourself, and then you can put together projects really quickly and easily. And again, fantastic for memory keeping if you want to put in some photos. These are the same size as a 6x4 photo, so you have the pockets that will fit a photo, or you can use those card elements. And this is part of a suite. It goes with the balloons imagery, and there's a paper pack that goes along with it as well. I didn't get the balloons, but the papers I got in my pre-order. So in addition to that, there's a couple of extra paper packs in the 6x6 range. So I might just pop one out of the way. So this is the gingham pack, which is, oh, I'll pick up some more. This is Glorious Gingham, and it's in 5 of the brand new colours that we have. So we've got gingham patterns on both sides. So lots and lots of gingham that you can have a play with. Then we have this one, which is Inked Botanicals. Now I didn't get anything else in the suite that this goes with, but I did like the papers. So these are some lovely papers for doing background elements with. So that's that one. And the other paper pack that I didn't get the full suite is this one here. And isn't this fun? It is called Masterfully Made, and the papers are just gorgeous. All of them are made up with paper elements that are 3-dimensional, and then they've been photographed to turn into the papers. So you've got all of these textured paper, bright images. Even these beautiful flowers have been made up and then photographed, and it will look like you've been doing it yourself. And then on the flip side is some less detailed, less colourful, but equally usable bits of torn paper and patterns that go with them. There's all of those. But I didn't get the rest of the suite with that one, just the papers. So in addition to that, we have some specialty papers. So this one is called More Dazzle. We had one, I think it was called Bedazzling, which was part of Celebration a little while ago. And now you can have it, you can order it when you want. So it's a little different. And you've got gold and silver, but really, really sparkly. So lots of fun things you can do with that. In addition, I've got some more specialty papers. So these are kind of shimmery ones. So I might just do them one at a time because they have the adhesive on the back. So this one is a soft shimmer. So there's a little adhesive on the back of the bag, but I don't want to get stuck to other things. And this one has a single sheet of several different colours, and I just really loved the colour options that were here in this range. I don't know how well you can see the shimmer, but it's there. So it's just kind of a glitter paper, but really smooth and really soft. And you can actually stamp on it using the StazOn ink. You can stamp your project on there as well. So then I have this one here, which is called White Center. So this one is a range of coloured cardstock. So it's kind of a textured. Let me see if I can get all of it out. It's textured cardstock, but it has a white core. So you can sand it and tear it and get inside. So there's 2 of each colour, and we have again a nice, fun, bright colour choice. So 2 of each, and it's got this beautiful texture to it. It's hard to see on camera. It's not a smooth surface, it's a textured one. And again, it's going to have that white core on the inside. One more specialty paper, and this one is the luster paper in the new in colours. So this one has two sheets of each colour. It's those new in colours. Get them all out, and there's 2 of each, I think. And this one is kind of, instead of being a glitter paper, it's a shimmer. It's like a sheen to it that is nice and shiny. So again, it can lift your projects with just a little bit of that one. Now, almost at the end, a couple more things. I got my ribbons. So these are the ones that weren't part of a suite, but they're in the brand new ribbon range. So this one is bordered ribbon in Lost Lagoon. So it has it's kind of a cotton ribbon with a border on the edge in the same colour. This one is called, where is it? Inner Braid Ribbon, and this one's in Misty Moonlight and white. So it's got that braid down the centre. And then this one is the herringbone ribbon. So it's the white ribbon, and I haven't tried to colour it yet with with any of our inks, but I am going to try to do that to see what kind of effect you get with the white herringbone ribbon. And I think I'm almost done. Something else that came in the box that I haven't opened yet is the brand new kit from the Kits collection, the Confetti Birthday Kit, which has shaker cards in. So I'll come back to that on another day. And then there's a couple of things that we could get that are branded merchandise things. So these are available to customers as well if you want to brand things with Stampin' Up. That's entirely up to you if you want to show how much you love it. So there's 2 logo pieces here. I believe they're silver when you put them on. I'm not sure. So these are the logos that I will be using around my supplies and things. And then this one is one that you might also find handy. I'll flip it over the other way. This is the grid paper. So I use this in my classes all the time. So if you come and use grid paper and it's the scratch paper, it helps you to work out your measurements, but also just gives you a surface to stamp on. So this one is in the new in colours, and it has that kind of detail down the bottom in each of the new colours. Not finding them all, but they are all there. I missed Moody Mauve somewhere. There we go. They are there as well. And now that might be the end. Let me just double check. Going through the box, going through my piles. I think that's the end. So I'm going to come back. Oh, I've buried my mouse. Just a minute. I'm going to come back and move the camera back and have a quick chat. So I just had to share, it's so exciting to get a new order, and when I've got so many new things to play with, I just can't help myself. So I had to get on here and share quickly. I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have any questions, please ask me. And if you'd like to come and have a play with these new products for yourself, I do have my launch coming up at the end of May. So it's Thursday evening, Friday morning, and the Saturday afternoon is now full. So if you do want to come, booking fast for that Thursday evening or Friday morning session. They're right at the end of May, and again, I've lost the dates. I should have memorized them by now. But the 26th, I think, 25th and 26th. I think the 27th was the Saturday that is sold out. I will put in the description for this video, I will put a link that you can book your spot. And that's in Cranbourne North, so feel free to come and join me if you're in the area. Thanks a lot. I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.